What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What? Just kidding. How y'all doing? I hope that's good. So I with everything going on, all the things that are being reported and just the tragedy that's been happening, I wanted to start something called Testimony Tuesdays. And so I'm just going to give a testimony of something that the Lord has done, or, just how good he is. And I actually had an example yesterday. So over the weekend, I was praying that the Lord would give me courage and boldness to act when I hear his voice, and just kind of put myself aside and be obedient when he tell me to, right? Because how many know that could be scary? I know that too. And so Sunday I went over my mom's and we watched the Clark Sisters, which was so good. That movie was, check it out if you haven't. And my mom sells products online, and so she got a hit. And the lady, she actually had a condition with her lungs. She has scarring on her lungs, so she's kind of house written, and she was like, I'll pay you extra, if you send me the product. And she asked my mom asked her where she lives, and so she gave her the address, and then I searched my apartments, and then where she lived compared, and it was close. So I was like, well, I'll just drop it off, and so my mom gave me the candles. And so it's funny, when I heard her condition, I didn't think of nothing, right? I just was like, dang, she can't leave the house, right? That was my thought. And so when I got home, the Lord was like, I want you to pray for her when you drop it off tomorrow. And I'm like, Jesus. And I know it's Jesus when I feel that, like that kind of uneasiness, because it's faith driven, right? So in my mind, I was like, well, Lord, if this really you, I want you to show me something in the spirit. It sounds crazy, but I'm for real. Because the Lord showed me different things in the spirit sometimes. So I'm like, if it's really you on the way there, I want you to show me something in the spirit, so I could just have confirmation to pray for her. The enemy not going to tell me to pray for her, right? So either way, on the way there, I didn't get no confirmation, but he was still saying, just in a small, still voice, I want you to pray for her. So I had to call her to find out where her apartment is. Dang, I really could go, but I don't know when this, y'all do y'all thing. So I had to call her to find out where her apartment was, and she had a really nice voice. I'm like, okay, she sounded friendly. But I could tell her breathing was, limited. And so I finally found the apartment, and she came out and she had like a robe on. She was just comfortable. She had her face mask on, and so I gave her the candles, and she was like, thank you so much. She gave me some sanitizer. She was like, thanks for coming out. Here's some sanitizer from Bath and Body Works. I'm like, thank you so much. So so I was like, how long have you had your condition? And she was like, last year she had surgery, and she still has a lot of scarring from the surgery on her lungs. And so I'm like, Jesus, okay, I don't know if she a believer. I just don't know. And that's honestly how I felt. And so then she started talking about her daughter and how her daughter left for college, and she about to drop out, and she miss her, and just stuff. And so I was like, so she was kind of about to say bye. So I was like, are you a believer? And she was like, yeah. I was like, have you ever been prayed for, for your condition? She was like, yeah, I've been prayed for. My daughter's prayed. And I was like, well, do you mind if I pray for you? And she was like, no. And my mom was actually on the phone too. She was on the phone to talk to her about the transaction and stuff. So my mom, she started saying, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. So I just said a prayer for her, and afterwards she was like, thank you so much, and she She was like, I'm a hugger, I'd love to hug you. And I was like, well, you know, and she was like, yeah. So then she had her arms out for a while, just like, so then I kind of went in, because I didn't know, but I turned my head, you know, and so y'all keep me in prayers for that, because social distancing is real and all that. So, but yeah, so me and my mom talked after, but my testimony is the Lord giving me the courage and boldness to actually step up and you know, be obedient to what I felt like he said. Because the thing about it is, I feel like that's the gospel, spreading the gospel. It doesn't have to be you preaching really hard, or, you know, somebody's toe growing instantly in front of you, you know, which is all wonderful things if the Lord has called you, and that's the moment for that. But I feel like it's more so about spreading faith and letting the Holy Spirit do the rest, right? Because I don't know what that moment was for her entirety of her life, and I'm just grateful to be a vessel, and just whatever his will was yesterday to be done, because that's what I've been asking too, like, Lord, you know, being obedient during the day, like if you have something for me, not being afraid. And so I wanted to share that, and it even testifies about timing, me being over my mom's when she reached out to my mom, and so trusting the timing of the Lord. You know, if he's that intentional about prayer, he's intentional about everything else. And so, wow, this is about to be 7 minutes. I hope y'all have a good day, and all that stuff. And Testify Tuesdays, I spit, I'm sorry. Testify Tuesdays is in full effect. So if you want to drop a testimony, feel welcome. Next week I'm going to try to come as well. Hope y'all have a good one. Peace.